Hi guys, in today's video we are going to make this Love Notes book. Perfect for Valentine's Day or any time of the year when people are feeling romantic. It's kind of, I don't even know what you would call it, it's not a low content book because it's packed full of high content. It's kind of like a workbook, I suppose, a love workbook. I've linked to every asset I've used making this book in the description below. I mentioned it a few times in the vid. It's an affiliate link, so if you use it, I get a kickback. If you sign up for a subscription to FABRICA, which I think at the minute works out at $3.99 a month, if you sign up for the year, excellent bargain. Again, I get a kickback. Do not feel indebted to me to do it. These are just the assets I've used. I know a lot of you are creative FABRICA subscribees. Anyway, but if you're not, it might be something worth looking into. Right, enough waffle, let's get on with the vid. Right, here we are in Affinity Publisher 2. You use whatever publisher software you use. This will work in Microsoft Publishing, it'll work in InDesign, it'll work on Canva. There might be the odd little nuance to each software, but they're all basically the same. So this is going to be an 8.5 inch by 8.5 inch. Pick whatever size you want. I just think square looks better for this. It's also with bleed. So these are the margins. And these are the bleed settings. Remember, there's no bleed on the inside when you're doing a double page spread like this. That's incorporated into the gutter, which is why this inner margin is bigger than the outer margin. Now, the more pages you have, the bigger the gutter has to be, but that's a different video, man. Not this one. We're getting romantic in this one. I'm going to work in master pages because you could do it on the individual pages, but this just adds a little bit of uniformity to them. It also does allow you to have a little bit of play in the layout, but this makes sure that all the pages will look similarly set out. So the idea of this book is the left hand page is going to be a romantic image, the right hand page is going to be a love note. So a love note is something that you might leave around for your partner. It's a handwritten note where it says something romantic or sexy. And in this book we're going to let the user of the book decide whether they want to be naughty or nice by leaving blanks. These are going to be just normal loving phrases with blanks left in them, and the user will fill them in and give the book to the partner as a present. I'll set up the pages, and then when we go into actually designing the pages, pulling the images in, you'll get a better idea of what I mean. So this page is just going to be an image, and it's going to be, fingers crossed, a transparent PNG or SVG. I've got some assets linked below in the description. It's an affiliate link from FABRICA, so if you use them, I might get a slight kickback. It's not a lot, but every little helps, right? It's also worthwhile signing up for the subscription. I think it's only £3.99 a month if you sign up for the year at the minute. Absolute bargain. If you're using this sort of thing regularly, it's worth a purchase through my link. Right, let's set this page up. So because this is a master page, it's just going to be generic picture frames. So we'll have a big one there, covering the entire page and the bleed. It's not really necessary to cover the bleed, to be honest. I'm just doing it out of habit, I suppose. So left-hand side is going to be an image. Right-hand side is going to be the actual text. So again, another blank picture frame. This one, again, covering the bleed, and that is important. Then in the middle, there's going to be another image where I will put my note paper, and I'll just centerize that. And then, hang on a second, actually I should probably probably align that one to the page margin. There you go. So align that to the page margin takes into account this gutter now, so it's just in the middle of this margin. So it should make it look more centerized. So that's the two pictures, and now I just want a text box. And again, I'll just pull that there. I will set it up partly in here. I want it centerized and aligned vertically in the center. And again, yep, that's correct. I'll align it horizontally and vertically. So that's it. That's the setup. Simple as peas. Now we're going to go into the main pages where the fun happens. So the first thing to do is to add some pages. I'm just going to add... Right, this is going to be premium colour. With premium colour, you need a minimum of 24 pages. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have 25 technically because page 1 counts. If you use standard colour, you've got to have 72 pages. That's a lot of work, really. You've got to find a lot of images. You've got to make a lot of phrases up. I think for this sort of book, 24 to 30 pages is ideal. I'm going for 24/25. I'll clear the master from this page. This page 1 is going to be our heading page. This is going to be the meat of the book. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull images into these text boxes. I'm going to pull them over straight from the folder. So the first one I'm going to use is the SVG couple. Now again, I'll link to this in the description, so fill your boots. So it's the first one. I'm just going to go and pull them into each page. Use any images you want. These stick couples I think are fun. Fun and a little bit of colour. So I'll just do this quickly. I had 26 pages there for some reason. Didn't mean to. 25 is what I was after. Right, so the images are in. Very easy. There is just a slight issue with some of them, and that is that they're going over the bleed because my image box went completely over the bleed. That's not a problem from a printing point of view. They'll just get cut off. But I want the images to be whole inside the page. So if you've done what I've done and you've made your picture box too big, just click on the image in Affinity and use this slider to bring it back in. That's fine. I'll just quickly do the ones that I need to do. Not all of them. That one there, for example. And I think that's... maybe it's that one. Fine. Very good. Right, next stage is to drag all of the backing paper images into the squares. So again, we'll just drag them and pull them in. Right, so this is starting to take shape now. This is all of the double page spreads set out. The next thing to do is to add the sticky, the notepad image there. I've got sticky pads and I've got notepad paper. Again, all linked below. I am just going to show you one more thing. You might not want this page to be white, because it can be a bit stark. The problem with using transparent images is that these the face is going to be white, transparent, and so are the bits on the clothing. But you might want to do this anyway. Just create a square over them. I'm going to just grab the colour that's on the opposite page. Like that. And then I'll just send this to the back. So it looks a little bit less stark. Oh, you can leave this bit white because the back on paper is white. On this one you might want to You might want to change it to one of these pinks. Or to be honest, I don't mind the look of that paper, really. I don't mind the look of that colour at all for them all. But you can if you want to. Change it like that. I quite like that. So the good thing is, if you like just one colour and one setup, you can put it in the master page. Drag it to the bottom. And then that's all your pages sorted. The reason I didn't do it at the beginning was because once you set your box, for example, I'll just show you here. Once you put a box in, see there it is there. On the master page, you can't really change the colour of it. I don't know how to change the colour of the box. So you had to do it individually. There might be a way, I just ain't figured it out. Right, so now we've done all that, and it looks pretty swish. I like that. We're going to add the note images. Like I say, I've got sticky notes and notepads. Again, these are all linked below. So I'll just pull these over. So I like these sticky notes. I'll just show you the other type that I've got. Which are these ones here. These are torn paper. I will link to them both below. They're both good, really. And they both do the job. It's probably best to use just one type, though, to keep it all uniform. This is just an example, so I am going to just pull them about so you can see. Exactly what it looks like. We'll finish off with... let's put another heart in. So there you go. Look at that. The book is taking shape. Now's the bit where your mind has to work. So we're in the text frame. Remember, the text frame was set up in the master page. So all of the actual alignment is set up. We've just got to change the text and the font. So I've got a few handwritten fonts, and again, I'll link to them below. And so here is where we write our naughty/nice/blanked message. So this one, I'm going to say, you make my blank feel blank. So this is where you make it as suggestive as possible. The person who buys the book can keep this innocent. You make my heart feel happy, or make it a bit more saucy. You make my genitals feel tingly. Or put a bit more thought into it than that. And again, just mess about with the font size till you find something you like. That will do for that one. And we'll add these notes to the rest of the text boxes. Now, if you're like me and you're not a romantic or a pervert, you might need a bit of help coming up with these slogans. I've got you covered. So this is ChatGPT. I asked it to give me some ideas. And these aren't too bad. If love were a blank, you'd be my blank. The way you blank makes me want to blank forever. And there's 40 of them there. So ask ChatGPT yourself, come up with your own, or just use some of these. Right, I'm going to use some of these, put them in the book, and I'll show you the finished version. Right, so this is it. This is the end of my book. I will export it just to show you what it looks like exported. I just want to show you this little thing. If your image of the note paper and the text doesn't quite align, just add an enter afterwards to move it up and down in space, because you can't really do it from the align buttons when you have set it up in the master pages. Like this one here was down there originally. It didn't look right. Press enter twice. It's back to being centerized. So that's it. That's all of my pages. I'm going to export the book now, and we'll see what it looks like without all of these guides on it. So here is the book. I haven't added anything to the title page. You should, and I'll show you a few elements that I've got that'll help you out there. First double page spread. There you go. Looks very, 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 very cute. So now I'm making the title cover page. This is just an ordinary pattern. I stole it from one of the other pages. I drew a rectangle in the middle. Again, it's the same colour as this. I'm going to call it Naughty or Nice Love Notes. So this is Naughty. It's an SVG. Naughty. Again, I'll link it below. I couldn't find a good nice image or a nice text, so I'm just going to do it myself. So Naughty or Nice, and then I'm just going to add a little... So I like this or here to use as the font for love notes. So I'll just copy and paste that. I'll drag it to the top so it's above everything. And that's just a case of getting the angles right. And there's just position it in the middle. And that's your book. Naughty or Nice, Love Notes. Boom, boom, boom. Nice and easy. Guaranteed #1 bestseller for Valentine's Day. I will link every single asset I use in the description below. And as I said, it's an affiliate link, so if you use it, I may get a small commission. Probably not, but I might. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have fun making these books, and, you know, fingers crossed, you'll sell a bajillion of them. See you next time.